Some places you visit once and forget by the following week. Others stay with you in ways you cannot fully explain. They appear in your thoughts on ordinary afternoons. They surface in conversations when someone asks where you would go if you could go anywhere right now. Laguna Beach is that kind of place, and if you pressed anyone who loves it to explain exactly why, most would struggle to give you a satisfying answer. The reason is not something you explain, it is something you feel. And the feeling is strongest at Heisler Park in the hour before the sun meets the Pacific. You arrive when the light is still direct, still honest. The bluffs stretch before you, manicured but not sterile, wild but not untamed. There is a balance here that most coastal towns never achieve. The path ahead is lined with sculptural gardens, succulents and impossible greens and purples, native grasses bending in the breeze like they are sharing a secret with the wind. The first thing that shifts is your pace. Without deciding to, you slow down. The gravel path crunches softly beneath your feet, that particular sound of decomposed granite that somehow signals you have arrived somewhere considered, somewhere designed not for efficiency but for experience. To your left, the ocean sprawls infinite and restless. To your right, the architecture of the village rises gently, all white stucco and terracotta, homes that seem to have grown from the landscape rather than been imposed upon it. Nothing here demands attention, everything here rewards it. The bluffs drop away to hidden coves below. These are not the wide, sandy beaches of postcards. They are intimate, rocky, protected, the kind of places you discover rather than find on a map. Tide pools shimmer with reflected sky, each one a small, contained world where anemones pulse and hermit crabs conduct their quiet business. You find a bench. They are placed with intention along this path, each one angled slightly differently, each one offering a perspective the last one did not. You sit, and for a moment you do nothing. This is rarer than it sounds. In most of our lives, even our leisure is productive. We scroll, we capture, we optimize. Here, the optimization is stillness itself. The light begins its long transformation. This is what people come for, even when they do not know it consciously. This is the hour when Laguna Beach stops being a destination and becomes a feeling. The sun descends toward the horizon, and everything it touches changes. The white foam of breaking waves turns cream, then gold, then soft amber. The cliffs take on dimension they did not have at noon, shadows carving depth into every crevice. The succulents in the gardens seem to glow from within, their waxy surfaces catching light and holding it like something precious. There is a psychology to this hour. Scientists call it the golden hour because of what it does to light, but it might as well be named for what it does to the human mind. The warm tones trigger something ancient in us, a signal that the day is complete, that whatever was not finished can wait, that right now, in this precise moment, nothing is required of you but presence. The sound of the waves changes too, though you might not notice unless you are listening. As the wind shifts with the cooling air, the rhythm alters. The crashes become softer, more melodic. The silence between sets stretches longer. It is as if the ocean itself is exhaling, releasing the intensity of the day. You watch a pelican trace the surface of the water, inches above the waves, ancient and effortless. Cormorants gather on the rocks below, their dark silhouettes stark against the gilded sea. A couple walks past on the path, speaking in low tones, their conversation blending into the ambient soundscape until it becomes indistinguishable from the wind. This is what people love without knowing how to say it, the permission to be unhurried, the sense that time here moves at a different rate, not slower exactly, but deeper. Each minute holds more than it would elsewhere. But it does exist, and it has existed like this for decades, protected by geography and intention from the kind of development that swallowed so much of the California coast. This is part of the love too, the sense that you have found something preserved, something that resisted the pressure to become louder, faster, more commercial. The sun touches the horizon now, and the transformation accelerates. What was gold becomes copper, then rose, then a deep vermilion that seems borrowed from a dream. The clouds, thin and scattered, catch fire in slow motion. The sea becomes a mirror reflecting colors that will never exist again in exactly this combination. This is the moment photographers spend hours waiting for. But here is the truth that photographs cannot capture. It is not just what you see, it is what happens inside you as you see it, the way your breathing slows without effort, the way your thoughts, which are usually so restless, become still, the way the boundary between you and the landscape seems to soften just slightly, just enough. People try to explain why they love this place. They mention the art galleries, the boutique shops, the restaurants with ocean views, and those things are real, but they are not the reason. The reason is this feeling of being held by a place, this sensation that for once you are exactly where you are supposed to be. The last arc of sun slips below the water, and the sky deepens. The warmth fades from the air, replaced by the clean coolness of evening. The first stars appear, faint at first, then insistent. The path that was golden is now silver and blue. You do not want to leave. That is the simplest way to say it. You do not want to leave because leaving means returning to a world that doesn't feel like this, a world where presence is a luxury and stillness is suspicious. A world that has forgotten what Laguna Beach somehow remembers. But you will leave, and you will carry this with you, not as a memory exactly, but as a reference point, a proof that places like this exist, that calm is not fantasy, that beauty, real beauty, is still free for anyone willing to slow down enough to receive it. This is why people love Laguna Beach, not because they can explain it, but because some things were never meant to be explained, only felt, only returned to, again and again, until the feeling becomes part of who you are.